Hello everyone, welcome to another anime review with yours truly, Shadow Samurai. But before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Anyway, today's anime review is about Dragon Quest Dai's Great Adventure 2020 remake. Dragon Quest Dai's Great Adventure 2020 is a remake of 1991 Dragon Quest Dai Great Adventure. Dragon Quest Dai's Great Adventure is about a boy named Dai who must travel the world and defeat the demon lord Hadlar. Dai is accompanied by a boy named Pop or Popu in Japanese if you want, and a girl named Mam or Mamu. Like I said before, Dragon Quest Dai's Great Adventure 2020 is a remake of 1991 Dragon Quest Dai Great Adventure. The 1991 version, the 2020 version are the same. Only differences is the animation. Like the 1991 anime, the anime starts with the demon lord Hadlar defeated by the hero known as Avan or Aban in Japanese. However, 2020 anime shows you how Dai got to Delamorin is the island that Dai is raised on by the monsters. 1991 anime starts off with Dai on Delamorin, surrounded by his monster friends. But 2020 anime shows who Dai's parents were and how he arrived on the island of monsters. Now, I haven't watched the 1991 version of the anime, but to my knowledge, the story and everything is basically the same. Okay, so the first episode begins by showing you how the demon lord Hadlar was defeated and how Dai arrived on the monster island. Dai is then raised and trained by one of the monsters, who happens to be the shaman of the island, and the only monster that can talk on the island. Dai then meets some fakers who claim to be heroes, but like I said, they're not actually heroes. But because Dai idolized heroes, he ends up bringing them to the island where they end up attacking the monster and kidnapping one of the monster known as Goman-chan, or Goman if just Goman. This monster is actually one of the rarest monster in the anime and can be sold for really good price. Dai ends up defeating them and getting back Goman-chan, which is the gold little cute monster that's really rare to find. Dai then helps a princess in episode 2 after her two priests Varan and Tepin, who were supposed to help her acquire her power but instead tried to kill her in order to take over the kingdom her parents ruled. It's within episode 2 we see Dai's troop, which it almost looked like he was going Ultra Instinct for a second there. And that was episode 2. Episode 3 showed the return of the Demon Lord, and Dai met Avan and Popu. He then became Avan's disciple. Ivan then trains him throughout episode 3 to episode 4. In episode 4, the hero Ivan ends up finding the resurrected demon lord Hadlar. But because Ivan turned into a dragon to train Dai, he ended up losing a lot of his mana, which ended up being bad for Ivan, forcing him to fight under power and handicap. Ivan is then killed in episode 5. At first, Hadlar didn't much care for Dai and Popu, until Dai broke out of the spell that Ivan put on them to protect them. And the other reason was because Dai also wounded him as well. Fights Hadlar and almost killed him. Hadlar, who is wounded by Dai, is then forced to retreat. In episode 6, Dai and Popu travel to an island where they meet their new friend and soon to accompany them, Mam or Mamu. They then go up against Crocodile, who is one of the Demon Lord commanders. Episode 7, which is the newest episode so far. Within that episode, Dai ends up winning Crocodile, and Mamu ends up finding out what happened to Avan. And that was what happened from episode 1 to episode 7. Now, there are several things you need to know. 1, Dai isn't really human. He's actually from, I think, an ancient race who are able to use dragon powers, thanks to the crest symbol that appears on them. This actually makes them really strong. And Mamu was another disciple of Avon. Her parents were part of Avon Hero Party. Her parents actually helped Avon defeat the Demon Lord Hadlar. And number 3, the Demon Lord Hadlar is actually working for someone much more powerful than him. The Dark Lord Hadlar, or Demon Lord Hadlar, was actually resurrected by the Dark King Veran, who I think is going to play a big part in the anime by being the main villain. Now, the 1991 anime has 46 episodes. So I don't know how many episodes this new version will have. So far, this anime is one of my favorite anime along with Jujutsu Kaisen. I will give the anime 10 out of 10. It's an anime you must watch. Anyway, that was my review of the Dragon Quest Dai Great Adventure 2020 remake. I would love to hear what you think about this anime in the comment section. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Until next time, like the Japanese say, mata ashita. See y'all all tomorrow. Bye bye.